What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, and welcome back to another Pokemon draft analysis for the BBR. It is time. We are here for season number 5. And yeah, last time around we didn't make playoffs, but this time around we're going to do better. That is for sure. We have 12 coaches in the league. We have a ton of new faces to not only Draft League, but to the BBR in general, which is going to be absolutely incredible. So if you guys missed the draft stream, then go back to D-Ray's channel, link in the description, to go and check it out. Should have been a ton of fun. Now, I'm pretty excited for this team here. We actually had the first overall pick. That's right, the first overall pick is amazing to have, and we could have taken a lot of different Pokemon. And before I get into that, I want to make clear what the Terra rules are. This league does allow for Terra captains. There is one specific Terra captain you can have. That is it. It doesn't matter if it's a 1-point Terra captain or an 18-point Terra captain, which is the highest that it can go to. But depending on the point total that this Pokemon is, these Pokemon are given an extra boost to their stats. For example, an 18-point Pokemon, if you want to make it a Terra captain, has to get an extra 4 points taken out of your budget. So in this case here, it would be 18 plus 4, 22, and then you can use 2 Terra types, one that is stab and one that is non-stab. And that's it. Now, like I said, first overall pick, I want to pick up Walking Wake, but I did not because Walking Wake kind of relies on Torkoal, I find, in Draft League. In Smogon, I don't think it's as bad. It's still really valuable, but either way, it just relies on it a lot. So I didn't think it was the best decision to make. Instead, I wish I could have taken Fluttermane because it, well, would have been great to have, but it's banned. So we're going to go with the next best option, and it is still the best Pokemon in Draft League, Dragapult. Yeah, 2 generations in a row, and it is the best one around. We have Terra Fire and Terra Ghost on this Pokemon, which is absolutely incredible. It gives us a 142 base speed tier off the top as well, which again is unmatched in competitive Pokemon right now. It offers us a great set of immunities to well, no, not to Ghost, what am I saying, to fighting and to normal. Offers us a ability to U-turn out and pivot around and to break effectively, whether it's with Dragon Dance to sweep or with like Specs or Life Orb or Band. All those sets are really, really strong. It's just a fantastic Pokemon with 3 great abilities. I'm super excited to use Dragapult once again. Our next pick here, I really want to pair Dragapult with a fighting type that got momentum, and I was targeting Slitherwing, but Slitherwing, unfortunately, not now, but in the next pick got taken, and I could have taken it here. The issue is my front office was like, yeah, don't take it, no one's going to take it right now, it's too early to take. I'm like, listen, you guys think it's too early to take? Fine, no problem. You can use our collective mind together to make a decision, and it got taken, so that sucks. So here, I decided to say, you know what, I could have taken it here, but I decided not to because I want to pair Dragapult with Azumarill. Now, Azumarill offers a Pokemon that, first of all, it's very slow, which is a little unfortunate. There's like a 92 base speed gap between Dragapult and Azumarill, which is crazy to think about. But it offers a Pokemon that is able to be immune to opposing dragon types, is able to break through quite a bit of different Pokemon. It has access to Powerful Priority and Aqua Jet, has access to Knockoff and Play Rough, could be great with the Belly Drum, could be great as a defensive piece with like an Assault Vest or whatever, with 3 good abilities and Thick Fast, Sap Sipper, and Huge Power, and is also able to be an amazing banded Pokemon. This is a really great combination that works well together. And right off the bat now, if we run Sap Sipper Azu, we have 4 immunities for 2 Pokemon, which is crazy to think about. Our next pick though, this is a Pokemon that I vow to never use, and I'm using it. My front office give me shit, and that Pokemon is Corviknight. If you guys know me, you know that I believe this Pokemon sucks. I'm a firm believer of that, but here we are. We picked up Corviknight because it offers a few things. Defog. We need that. I want to make sure I'm not worried about it too late in the draft. At the same time, the Pokemon that were available in this like tier and up were kind of limited in terms of what they were. There's a lot of dragon types I didn't want to pick up to pair with Dragapult, so we went with Corviknight instead. It offers me a immunity to poison and immunity to ground as well, which is very nice. And the combination of these 3 Pokemon here, 6 immunities from running Saps per 5 no matter what, regardless of ability, and also offers me a great amount of momentum and pivoting, breaking capabilities, and as well as utility in general with like defog support and with Will-O-Wisp as well on Dragapult. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for these combination of these 3. I was really hoping to pair these 3 with Slitherwing, but it got taken, so it is a bit unfortunate. Either way, our next pick is going to end up being a Rotom Heat. Now, Rotom Heat is a Pokemon that offers me a good bit of support in terms of screens. It offers me Nasty Plot. It doesn't offer Defog or Pain Split anymore, but it can be an amazing physical break, or special breaker rather, and it can also offer you great support on both sides, physical or special defense, which is very, very valuable. And on top of that, it is a Pokemon that is one of Corviknight's biggest checks, and now Corviknight doesn't have to worry about that at all because on my team, it is also a secondary ground immunity that is not weak to any of the same types as Corviknight. It actually resists all of those types, which is very valuable, and is another pivot. So having now 2 pivots plus Dragapult to get into Dragapult or Azumarill is incredibly valuable and offers me so much utility for the team. I can honestly expect that these 4 Pokemon are going to come to basically every single week. They're just that good. And honestly, the least expensive one right now is Azumarill at 12 points. We have a 13 pointer, a 15 pointer in Corviknight, and then Dragapult with 18 points as well, or 22 points depending on how you look at it. Our next pick is going to end up being a hazard setter. We need hazards, so we went with Crocodile here. So Crook offers me a dark type and a ground type, which is again 2 more immunity. So I have an immunity on every single Pokemon so far, which is amazing. We also have Stealth Rocks now. We don't have knockoff on this Pokemon anymore, which really hurts it, but it still is very good at what it does. It's a great Intimidate Pokemon. It's a great Moxie Sweeper with Scarf. It can do a lot of good things for the team on the physical offense side or in terms of being a defensive check, and even a hazard setter in general. It just offers a lot to the team, and I'm pretty happy to pick it up. It is also 13 points, so we have used a good chunk of our budget so far. Picking up our first hazard setter is really, really important. I don't want to have a team that's really low on the hazard side, because in my previous season of BBR, that was one of the problems I had. It was also a problem that my removal was kind of shit, and at the same time, I didn't feel my first round pick was necessarily the best. Either way, we have a great team going for us right now. I'm very happy with the first 5 mods. Our 6th Pokemon here is going to end up being a Garganacl. Now, Garganacl offers us a Ghost Resist, quote unquote, with Purifying Salt, also an immunity to status. We have a great status absorber as well. It offers me more hazards, and it also offers us a great physical check, and I guess a good special check to basically everything in the format. If we terrestrialized this instead, we would have been in such a good position, but I feel pretty confident with this Pokemon here, even without terrestrializing. It was the one Pokemon from the previous generation, the previous season rather, of BBR that I was really thrilled with. Like, other than that, I wasn't thrilled with anything else, maybe outside of like Breloom. Either way, I was excited to use it then, and I'm even more excited to use it now. It's going to offer so much to the team. Saltclear is an amazing move. Iron Defense with Body Press is fantastic, and there's so few ways to break through a Garganacl effectively. I'm really excited to see what we can do with this kind of Pokemon in this setting here. Now, you're going to notice my team leans very physically offensive, especially after our next Pokemon, and I'll just be blunt here. My next Pokemon, when I picked it up, the mods were like, yeah, we made a mistake. This should have been 11 points. Instead, we got it for 7. We got Gallade for 7 points. Yeah, I'll take it. They said it should have been 11. The reason it wasn't was because the draft had already started once they noticed it, and I think it makes sense. Honestly, if it was the first round, I would have been fine with them changing it to 11, but after that, it should have made sense to drop it down to 7, or to keep it at 7 rather, and they kept it at 7, which is a good thing for me because it's 4 points of a discount, which means I can actually pick up an additional Pokemon on my team this week, or this season rather, which is very, very nice. In general, it does offer us an amazing physical breaker. It has a good speed tier at base 80, cutting the gap between something like our Rotom Heat and our Corviknight, which is, again, fine, I guess, but it is a solid Pokemon. It offers us a lot of amazing, powerful offensive moves. On the physical side, with Sharpness is incredible. A Sharpness Life Orb Gallade with Agility is nothing to laugh at and can just win games on its own. So if you're over prepping for Azumarill or Dragapult or even Crocodile, then kind of get ready for Gallade to just wreck your day. It's going to be absolutely incredible and does offer a good bit of support. It is a fighting type that is powerful and that can wear down opposing normals and darks, which is great, but it also is a psychic type that forces in those dark type Pokemon. So now I have 2 Pokemon in Dragapult and Gallade, which force in dark types to break them for each other, which is absolutely incredible. Super excited to see what we can do with this Pokemon. Our next pick here, I really want to pick up a Grafaiai here, and the reason for that was because I needed to have a grounded poison type, I need to have a normal type, and I need to have a Pokemon at 110 base speed around that range, because right now my speed tiers are kind of shitty, so we need to have something better. Unfortunately, I felt like Grafaiai just didn't do enough, and that's a bit of a problem here. With Grafaiai kind of just being a support piece, it just wasn't good enough because I need to have more special offense. So we decided to pick up Toxtricity instead. Now, Toxtricity was 11 points, and I'm kind of okay with that price tag here. We can't Terra Normal it, which is unfortunate, but it's still very good nonetheless. It offers us an amazing special breaker, also with a really good sweeping capabilities, with something like the Shift Gear, which is very, very nice, and it's a way to help break through opposing Fairy-type Pokemon, while also being a Pokemon that is another Electric type, like Rotom, but they share no common weaknesses. Rotom is weak to what's like water and rock, and Toxtricity is weak to like Psychic and ground, and that's it, I believe. Either way, Rotom is immune to ground. That's huge. The fact that we can kind of support these 2 Pokemon together is very, very valuable. They do different things, even though they're both special offensive Pokemon. They can do amazing things together. I'm excited to see the combination that these Pokemon are going to put through as a pairing. Our next pick here, number 9 overall, we're picking up 7-point Frostlass. This is my Pokemon that is in exchange of Grafaiai, I'm getting Frostlass because it's 110 base speed. It offers us spikes. It is another ghost type, and while having 2 ghost types isn't the best, it's not the worst either. Out of all duplicate typings, I'm actually pretty okay with having 2 ghost type Pokemon because, again, they break for each other. Ghost is an insanely hard type to switch in on, and just a bit of a heads up, my first round matchup, my first week, they don't have a normal type at all. So that's amazing for us. It's a really, really good situation for us to be in, and I'm excited to see what we can do with the combination of Frostlass plus Dragapult while having access to spikes on this Pokemon and having Ice Shard and good support options. There's a lot that Frostlass can do. I've used it a few times and I like it quite a bit. Our next pick here, I have 8 points left. I'm not thrilled with anything left on the board. I want to pick up 10 Pokemon, but I ended up going with 11 here because we kind of needed to have access to 2 more rolls. So the first roll is going to be Braviary. Now, Braviary offers us a normal type. It offers us a speed tier that is kind of duplicated between the Gallade and it. It is what it is. It is what it is. And while our team kind of leans towards the slower end of the speed spectrum, I think it's fine. It does offer us a lot of good options in U-Turn and in Brave Bird, of course, and Defog. It has Roost. It has a lot of options in supporting the team with like Defiant as well, which could be nice. It offers a low tier defogging option. That's why we have it, and it's a low tier normal. That's it. And because I have 2 points left over, it gives me option to pick up another Pokemon on 11th, and that's going to be Leafeon. Leafeon is not the best Pokemon out there. It is just a grass type that is decently bulky. It can help us out if like Chlorophyll is a thing. It can do like some weird shenanigans with like Leech Seed and whatnot. And I'm hoping that it goes well. So yeah, we're gonna see how this league performs, this team performs in this league. We have an amazing group of opponents. We have 8 weeks of regular season. If you guys are excited for the video, then do me a favor and smash the like button, guys. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers, and we can't do it without getting your help to get there. Also, guys, if you guys want more competitive Pokemon, then make sure to let me know down in the comments below. And I will be seeing you guys next week for the first week of the BBR, but I will see you also tomorrow for the first draft analysis for the Pokemon All-Star competition. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.